What up? This is Dan from Ice Nine Kills, and I just wanted to give a shout out to the loudest podcast in all of music, the MoshCast, where they review albums, EPs from any and all genres. They even interview new and upcoming bands. It's a freaking great time. Keep moshing, motherfucker. MoshCast!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of the MoshCast, the loudest podcast in all of music. Am I trendy now? Am I doing the Yeah, I got a new ring light, so I'm doing that stupid trend. Anyway, hey, everyone. Welcome to the loudest podcast in all of music, the MoshCast. We have an amazing interview today. I don't like calling it an interview. I'm calling it a conversation more because that sounds a lot more professional. But yeah, this is our third interview of 2021, and honestly, this is the best way to end 2021 because this is a band that we've been wanting to get on for a couple months. We've been working on this for a couple months, and we're finally able to make it happen. But before we introduce our special guest, let's introduce everybody else that is here. First and foremost, he is the man that is always here, ladies and gentlemen, Jason Bailey.
Hello, welcome to the MoshCast, where we are going to have a conversation with a band. And this is probably our second to last episode of this year.
That's right. All right, next up, he is our resident sleepyhead, AJ.
Oh my god. Anyways, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the loudest podcast of all fucking music, the Mosh fucking cast. And today we're going to be reviewing, excited about this one, Anthony of Defy The Tyrants, the band as a whole. Oh my god, this is going to be cool. I cannot wait for this interview. And I'm ready to ask some questions from Mr. Anthony here.
Yes.
Let's get started.
Yeah. Well, we have to introduce everyone else, AJ. Next up, he is our psychopath of the group, fellow Rage brother, Lucas.
Yes, Rage Brothers here reunite, and I'm here to do this interview. I'm very excited. This is my second interview doing, so I'm getting new to this or whatever like that. But I'm very excited to talk to Anthony, ask him some questions and all that stuff. So I'm very excited. So let's get into it.
Yes. Oh yeah. And finally, he is my best friend for almost 8 years now. My fellow St. Louis friend, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jaden Addison. Second interview, actually. He's done.
Oh yeah.
Wow, I'm really excited to get into interviewing Anthony.
Yes. And finally, last but certainly not least, he is our very special guest. He has been a friend of mine for a couple years now. I got to know him through the Defy The Tyrants page. I got in live with him many, many times. And he was the first band, him and Defy The Tyrants were the first band I ever interviewed. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Anthony Esparza from Defy The Tyrants.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, guys.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, we are
glad
very
to be here.
Thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it. So, yeah, basically how this is all going to work is basically all five of us, myself, Lucas, AJ, Jason, and Jaden, we'll go around asking you a couple questions about the band, about yourself, about pretty much anything you want to talk about, because we'll pretty much talk about anything on this podcast. Then after that, we'll get into a little thing that you may remember called the turnover, which I'll get to afterwards. And then we will go into a little game that we've been playing every now and then. We're going to do Would You Rather, but we're going to do a little thing different. We're going to do a little thing called Guess the Lyric.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Either guess the lyric or guess the band, because we could do either one. Which one would be easier?
Band.
Probably band.
All right, we'll do Guess the Band. I got some lyrics, and basically the whole point of the game is, you guess the band. You don't have to guess. You can guess the song if you want, but that's a little ways away. But yeah, let's go ahead and get things started. Mr. Jason Bailey, if you want, go ahead and get things started.
Well, what inspired you to start up Defy The Tyrants?
So Defy The Tyrants started in the summer of 2016. We started off basically because myself and our bassist Alberto, we were from another band called 3030, and we were together for about 8 years or so. And the band basically broke up. It was a band that we put a lot of hard work, a lot of money, a lot of time into. And when we gave that band up, it was like I quit music. I put all my equipment up to sell on eBay. And a buddy of mine, Brandon, from another band called Drain, he had moved to Las Vegas a couple years before, and in 2016 he had moved back down to South San Diego. And I saw him on Facebook, and I was like, "Hey, Brandon, it's been a while. Maybe we should hang out and jam a little bit and see what's going on." So the band originally started off to be more of a kind of like we felt old, like old guys at the time. So kind of like a get together to talk about the good old days, maybe jam some tunes, and maybe play some Metallica, and then drink some beers and just hang out on a Saturday. And that's really how the band started. After a couple songs, after writing a couple songs, we realized maybe we wanted to take it a little further. So I invited my bassist Alberto into the band for my previous band 3030. Brandon had invited his previous guitar player Andro into the band, and I think it was about by December of 2016 we had our vocalist at the time, Chris Maddox, in the band as well. But it was supposed to be a bullshit band. We were not going to do anything. We were just going to stay in the garage and hang out and talk about the good old days and all that fun stuff. But when we released our first single, which was a cover of Sepultura's Roots Bloody Roots, that was when we saw the reaction. We saw a lot of people kind of come out of the woodwork on both sides of our former band's kind of camps and really show a lot of support to us. So we've kind of built it from there little by little. But the band originally started off to be just a bunch of friends hanging out, and to this day we still kind of keep that vibe going. So yeah.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little fun.
I guess it was supposed to more or less relive the good old days, and then it turned out this band will become our most successful project of all the bands we were before. So I don't know, kind of funny.
That's awesome, man. All right, AJ.
All right, I have a question. So what inspired you to name the band Defy the Tyrants? What was the inspiration to it?
I know this.
Yeah, this one's kind of funny. I just want to put this out there. I've never been in any band meeting where the band I was in chose the band name. I've always was like the guy who I was either at work or I was at school or something, and the band had met up to talk about the band name. This was the first time I was actually in the room, and we were throwing around band names. The original band name was called was it Proctor Valley? It was called Proctor Valley for the first 6 months because you guys probably don't know, but in San Diego we have an area called Proctor Valley, which we consider to be a haunted kind of valley road.
Yeah, you told me.
And we were very influenced by like Parkway Drive, and I was like, yeah, let's do Proctor Valley, but it has like a cool haunted story to it. When we got our vocalist Chris Maddox in the band, he was basically like, no, we're not doing that shit. We're not doing Proctor Valley because nobody's going to know what you're talking about. So we all had a meeting one day. We wanted to talk about the band name, and I think we were just spitting out names. We were just spitting out like, I think one of the names was Down with Tyrants. We were. I remember. This was in like when Trump had just, and I don't want to get too into politics here, but just to say like the amount of political heightness at the time and why that influenced our band name. At the time, Trump was a very new president. So that definitely influenced our mindset at the time. You know, down with tyrants, down with political figures and all that. But I told the guys, I think down with tyrants, like in urban culture, when you say you're down with something, that doesn't necessarily mean no, boo, down with tyrants. It means like, yo, I'm down with the tyrants, yo. So I told the guys to change that up, and it became Defy the Tyrants. It was like, well, it's got to be D something, you know, Dick the Tyrants, down with tyrants, you know, whatever. So we went Defy the Tyrants. But nobody really calls us Defy the Tyrants. It's more our nickname is Defy. So whenever people talk about Defy, hey, is Defy playing tonight? When's Defy releasing new music? So I don't know. Weird. But yeah, that's the story of how we came up with it. It's just really not all that much thought into it. Not all that much thought. I think going back, I definitely talked with the guys about this a couple times. Going back, we kind of wish we put a little more thought to the band name. But I think that's most bands. Most bands kind of would like to go back and change the name. Korn is one of the bands. Limp Bizkit. Probably all your guys' favorite bands would like to go back and change their band names. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're Hinder, which that's no one's favorite.
Julian, I'm not gonna lie. That first Hinder record, when Better Than Me came out, I definitely rocked that in the car on a couple dates. I'm not gonna lie. You know, lips of an angel. You know, I went through a little hinder phase myself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna judge you on that, but all I was gonna say is, Anthony, why you calling me so late?
So late.
So late. I couldn't help it. But God, I remember you telling me the Down Tyrant story. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, dude, that man, that was probably one of the most heated conversations we've ever had as a band. Like definitely in the top 5 of all time. I remember leaving the studio that day and being like, God, I hate these guys. God, I really wish.
The whole band.
But now they're my best friends. So you know, what can I say?
Yeah. All right, Jaden.
What made you like think like, okay, this is what I want to do with my life? Music, start a band.
Oh, damn, that's a very interesting story. And there's a lot of avenues with that one. It wasn't exactly one moment. It was more of a buildup of several moments. I think probably the biggest thing is from I'm trying to think of too personal. I come from a very traumatic kind of childhood, and I was in therapy and everything for a couple of years. And my therapist, when I was I'll say around 11, 12 years old, he did this thing with using audio therapy. So he would give us CDs from bands, myself and my little brother. And one of the CDs he gave us was Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory, Limp Bizkit, Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog River Water, Korn's Follow the Leader, Cold Chambers, Dark Days. And I remember listening to those albums and not feeling alone. I remember not feeling so like there's other people in the world who are dealing with far more traumatic events than myself, or they're dealing with darker times. These people understand. I can relate to this art form. So I kind of wanted to create music that would be able to help people in that kind of way, kind of the same way it did for me. I'm very much an empath, so I feed off of energy. I feed off of other people's vibes and all that. Can you guys hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
noise cancellation. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But originally, I wanted to be a rapper. I wanted to be not a rapper, not like DJ Anthony Esparza. It was I was really into Linkin Park. They were really huge at the time, and I wanted to be Mike Shinoda because I didn't know how to play guitar. And after a couple of years, I got into playing guitar and all that, and I realized I wasn't that great at rap, so I wanted to play guitar. I think probably the biggest moment for me, the biggest change was there was a band in high school called Modem, and they were very much like a Slayer kind of band. They covered a bunch of Slayer tracks. It was a three-piece band, but they played in our high school theater, and uh, I remember just the lights going out, and like they had the fog machine, they had all these crazy lights, and I just remember like, dude, I can do that. Like I could do that because these are guys I hung out with like sometimes during lunch or whatever. Like I could do that. I think that was like a very big turning point for me, was seeing people my age doing something to that level. You know, I thought that was a really big deal. So yeah, I'd say that's a big turning point for me. That's probably one of the reasons why I wanted to play music professionally.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, man.
Okay. Nice.
Freaking awesome.
Lucas?
All right. So speaking about with Linkin Park and Korn and Limp Bizkit, but do you like did those three like influence you to like start music and make you want to do it professionally, or were it was like other like artists that got into it as well?
Damn, I'm trying to think. It was definitely Korn and Limp Bizkit were the first two for me. Limp Bizkit was actually my first favorite band. I discovered Korn soon after, but Limp Bizkit had stayed with me for a long time. And yeah, I remember just seeing pictures of Westmoreland and seeing pictures of like Monkey and Head from Korn and being like, these guys look like the coolest motherfuckers on the planet. And seeing James and Kirk Hammett from Metallica, like Metallica is my second favorite band of all time. Korn is number one for me. But you know, I think that those bands definitely influenced me to kind of get more into music and want to play guitar and write songs. Of course, you know, you get older, you get into heavier forms of music. So my guitar style changed. When I first started, it was very much like, I think I told Julian this on our podcast. my first band was a Metallica, Green Day, Blink-182 cover band.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Oh.
And it was like it wasn't even like a band. It was me and my friend Alex at the time, and we would just meet up and hang out in my bedroom and put like Metallica or Green Day something on, and I would just play songs that I knew. But I mean, I'm telling you, like those were I think Green Day and Blink-182 probably had a bigger part in that as well for me. Just like the simplicity of the guitar playing, I think, like I said, Korn, Limp Bizkit, Blink-182, Green Day, Metallica definitely helped push my skills a little bit more. But just knowing that I could play a Blink-182 song on guitar with my friends, that really helped push me to get into music. So I'd say a bunch of those bands, a bunch of those pop punk new metal bands.
Oh, that's actually interesting. Because Green Day is actually one of my favorite bands, pretty much. And I got into it last year, and hearing that, I'm just like, wow. And it's kind of like Metallica, kind of like got you pushing. That's crazy. Like going to the pop punk and then basically to one of the greatest like metal bands of all time. I'm like,
yeah, like in Defy the Tyrants, like we do a whole thing of like death metal, gent, melodic death metal kind of stuff going on. But I really wanted to write a song that was very influenced by the bands that I grew up with, like Deftones, Limp Bizkit, Korn, Slipknot, Mudvayne, and that's where our song "Vicious" came about. We wanted to write a song that paid homage to those styles, so that's why that song probably sounds the most different out of our material. But yeah, I just thought that was a little nugget to throw in there, since I mentioned all the new metal bands that I was into.
That was
awesome. God. Metallica, Green Day, and Blink-182. That's the most random pairing, but it's awesome though.
We were called the Dinks, the Dinks, the Dinks.
The Dinks.
The Dinks.
That was the first of.
Oh no!
Wow, that was the first of
dudes.
many. That was the first of many occasions where I wasn't in charge of picking the band name. That's where it all started, right there.
Yeah. All right.
Jeez.
God. Okay. That's fucking funny. But yeah. All right. I got a question. Okay. So
sure.
You've done a bunch of songs with Defy the Tyrants, and obviously with Vicious, it's a lot more different than the other stuff that you've done, the more death metal-y type of stuff that you've been doing. I want to know, like, what made you guys want to transition into that different type of style? Because with Vicious, I hear elements of Korn, I hear elements of Mudvayne, with like hints of like a Whitechapel-y type of sound in his vocals when he screams. Mm-hmm. So I was curious, like, what made you guys like want to do like clean vocals? Because you guys have always been known to do like the screaming, dark, like hard vocals.
I think it all stemmed from a conversation we all had where, as musicians, we were all starting to branch out a lot more. We were starting to embrace some of our different sides of music, and it all started. We were talking about the album, like we were talking about doing a full-length album at the time, and I remember telling the guys like we need to like change it up a little bit. Like we can't. I'm not like, even though I'm in Defy the Tyrants, I'm not the biggest fan of like straight up death metal music. Like there's a bunch of like material that, me personally, I'm not going to speak on behalf of the guys because I know everybody has their differences in opinions, but I definitely feel that maybe some different layering with some of the vocals would have helped some of the songs sound bigger, and that's really where it started. When I wrote Vicious, I went to the studio one night. I was listening to a lot of Korn that day, and it just all kind of flowed out. I wrote a majority of the music for that song. Obviously, my drummer Brandon, he wrote his parts as well. But I remember we did the vocals, not with Zach, our vocalist right now. We did it with our previous vocalist, who we will not name right now. And I remember doing the demo, and I was like, damn, the idea is there, but it's not there. So we kind of put it on the back burner. Then when we got Zach in the band earlier this last year, Zach is an amazing clean vocalist. Like no one's heard anything of what he can actually do. Like what he does on Vicious is like this much of what he can actually do.
Yeah.
And I remember we just did a demo one day, and I was like, "Yep, do it that way." Originally, it wasn't going to be that much clean vocals. Originally, it was just going to be the chorus was going to have the cleans, and everything else was screams. Zach was the one who made the whole song almost all clean vocals, the two verses and the chorus. I think it was just we wanted to change direction. We wanted to try a little something different. We wanted to see how our audience would react to it. Our audience, in our data metrics at least, we have a lot of people who are more into Whitechapel and bands like that. But then we also have this whole like group of people who are into like Five Finger Death Punch and Disturbed and stuff like that we haven't like tapped into yet. So we thought maybe if we could find a way to bridge both the deathcore genres with like the mainstream rock and kind of in a traditional way kind of fuse them together, maybe that would be cool. So that's really where the idea came about, just trying something different.
Yeah, I love that.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, yeah, you saw my live stream when I reacted to the song.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely. Yeah.
It's like I was shocked by it because usually I hear the screaming and then I heard clean vocal. I was like, wait a minute, what? It was like something that legit caught me off guard, and I listened back to it again, and I'm just like, wow. That's what I like, like switching up every once in a while. Because I said before, sometimes you gotta like kind of like flip up the book, or sometimes like switch up the playbook sometimes, Yeah. And that's what I like about Vicious. And I'll admit this, the praying mantis kind of scared me a little bit. I'll admit that.
Yeah, that was the director of the video. So the video was shot. It was very interesting the way the video was shot. Shout out to my boy Vinny Marvosa from Marvosa Media. He's also the bass player in a band called Fracture. They're a killer band out here in San Diego. Anyways, so he actually hit me up about a month before one of our shows in September, and he had asked if we would be interested in him shooting the video. And I told him, like, bro, like, we're on a budget right now. We don't really have a lot of money to be thrown around at videos, considering we do mostly everything in-house. So he just said, I'll come out to one of your shows and I'll film. And I was like, I don't know how that's going to work out, because I'm used to shooting videos like on 6 to 8 hour schedules, like being on set or whatever, and shooting a full-length video. And I'm like, we're playing 30 minutes. Like, are you really going to be able to get that much footage? And he, like, there's going to be a video that we're going to be posting in the next week or so that shows him literally right in front of the stage with the camera and the monitor just going back and forth on stage. And when he did the editing, he asked me about the praying mantis. And I told him, yeah, dude, the praying mantis idea I think would be cool. We were a little hesitant on how it would turn out, but really like how it kind of fit in with the whole story and everything. I guess, yeah, with the vibe and the elements.
I mean, they're big animals in a way, so I mean, it works.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he said. I still have the message when he was like, the praying mantis is like the most vicious animal in the animal kingdom or something like that. And I was like, I never knew that, so I learned something new making this video.
Yep. Just get some in the house and they can kill all the flies and everything, all the pests.
Time flies by.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, Dad. I have at least one dad joke. All right, Jason, go on ahead.
So if you have a few spots on your set list to do cover songs, what songs would you cover?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
If you have some spots open on your set list to do cover songs, what songs would you cover?
Oh man, we've done a lot of cover songs. We're thinking about releasing a cover EP just for the hell of it. I think right now, the biggest song we're talking about covering right now is "Wherever I May Roam" by Metallica, and doing a whole low tune, double kick version of that song. But we've covered "Here to Stay" by Korn. We've covered "Roots Bloody Roots" by Sepultura. We've covered "Sick" by Slipknot. And recently, we've been covering "Wait and Bleed" for our set. But right now, we're talking about "Wherever I May Roam" as one of the possible cover songs. If it's a song that I would love to,
that's awesome.
Yeah, if it's a song that I would just love to, and this is none of my guys are gonna like this. I'm just gonna say it because I'm here. I would love to do a really heavy version of "Fly from the Inside" from Shinedown's first album. I think that would be a killer down tune with some screams and singing thrown in, some killer lead guitars. I think that would be a great song to transition from like rock to metal.
Oh,
but that's just me. Not saying that's going to happen. That's not going to happen.
You're tugging at the heartstrings for Shinedown, man. Oh my God, that's awesome.
But I can't say that we are in talks about covering Metallica's "Wherever I May Roam."
That's amazing.
That's all.
Nice.
All right, so who are your like main? All right, I actually have two questions for you. Who are your main influences like to get you into music, and what your influences of your band, Defy The Tyrants? Like, what's your sound like, and like,
Okay,
what's
so
the
like,
guitar sound of it?
so what was my main influences first with playing guitar, and then now is.
Yeah,
Just want to make sure I got the
Defy
question.
The Tyrants.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wait, just with Defy the Tyrants. Okay. With Defy the Tyrants, Whitechapel is definitely up there. After the Burial, for me personally, a lot of the atmospherics come from Sky Harbor.
Love Sky.
Myself and our drummer Brandon were like big Metallica fans, so there's a very big Metallica piece in our sound. I'm trying to think of what else. I know that like a lot of the groove and bounce stuff that all comes from like Korn and Mudvayne. It's a lot of bands, man. Like it's a lot of bands, and even like what I'm influenced by, what I bring to the table with Defy the Tyrants is very different than what like Hondro will bring to Defy the Tyrants, because Hondro's into like Megadeth and Revocation and like Arch Enemy and stuff like that, and I'm into not that much heavier, the heaviest stuff. I'm more into like the deathcore stuff, maybe like the Lorna Shore or Whitechapel, stuff like that. So you have like, a great example would be like our singles that we released this year, Hiding in Shadows, which is like a very melodic but like technical song. And then the song that followed was Force Feed, and that was more meaner and more grittier. Both songs were written by Hondro, but I had more of a hand in Hiding in Shadows with the melodies and stuff. But I would say that it's a lot of influences, man. I really don't know how to answer that question. What I bring in is definitely more Whitechapel, Deftones, After the Burial, Genty, deathcore stuff, I guess.
Yeah. Does it gent though?
Oh, no,
Gent?
No.
no, we don't gent. No, I'll play.
Gent. Yeah. All right.
Right.
All right. Jaden.
This we're still talking about music questions, right? Or just anything in general still?
It can be anything.
I got two questions. One, you remember how when you were talking about earlier about how your first band didn't work out? How do you think your career would have turned out had you guys would have stayed together?
It probably would have been non-existent. See, the thing with my old band 3030 is we have a lot going for us. The problem is that we kept getting band members. We were like Megadeth. We were like a revolving door musicians. I think in the 8 years that we had the band together, we went through like 34 musicians. We had like 3 or 4 different singers, like 4 different drummers, 8 guitar players, 2 bass players, 2 or 3 keyboardists. If you don't count myself, because I played keyboard for a while in that band. But we had a lot going for us because people were liking the songs, but the musicians weren't believing in the project as much. We worked with Jeff Forrest from Double Time Studios. Jeff Forrest, his studio in San Diego is legendary. He's worked with Blink-182, The Offspring, As Lay Dying. I'm trying to think of else. Atreyu, Avenged Sevenfold's first album, Waking the Fallen. Not Waking the Fallen, Sounds of the Seventh Trumpet was recorded in that studio. And he really believed in the project. And then our first full-length album was recorded by Michael Dubmeyer, and he was an Aftermath Records recorder. His credits included he worked on Serge Tankian's second solo album. He was part of the production team for Guns N' Roses' Chinese Democracy. He was in the studio with Eminem and Dr. Dre. Like, we were working with like high-profile people. Our booking agents were like booking House of Blues and all these big places here in our city. And we had a lot going for us. The guy who was shooting music videos for us, Ruben Torres and Jonathan Garcia, Ruben Torres is a part of the POD crew, which is how I got to get to know those guys. And he's actually helped produce, I believe it was a couple Snoop Dogg videos and the Papa Roach documentary from the mid-2000s. He directed and edited that. So we had like all these people just like working with us and trying to push us. And I'm going to be honest, man, like I hated it. I really hated being the only person in the band who kind of believed in the project and really believed that we could have done something. If you want to go back and listen to those songs, it's very different from Defy. Those songs were more like In This Moment meets like Killswitch Engage. kind of stuff because we had a female singer and a guy screamer. So it was way more mainstream than what Defy The Tyrants is doing. That was a band that I thought was going to do something. We actually, we actually were talking with Warner Brothers Records in 2012 after we dropped one of our EPs at the time. And our singer at the time, I don't want to mention her name, God bless her. She's a very good person, and I love her to this day. But when we got the email about that, I remember presenting guys, and I'm like, hey, Warner Brothers Records is interested in us, and it's crazy. And she quit the next day. She didn't want to be known as a rock singer. And it took us 9 months to find a replacement for her. And then by the time we found a replacement for her, the agent was not interested anymore. So maybe, I mean, I don't know. I probably would have definitely enjoyed the success of that band had things gone right, but I definitely was not enjoying the project. I wasn't enjoying the journey while it was going. It was very stressful. It was like pulling teeth. I think like I'm at the age now. I'm not that much older than you guys, but like I'm at the age now where I definitely want to enjoy the journey more than the destination. If you get what I'm saying. Like I'm having more fun being at the studio with my guys and having a beer and hanging out and bullshitting and having a lot of laughs. I'm enjoying playing shows where, we're playing to the biggest crowds we've ever played to, and we're also having a great time doing it. You know, we enjoy riding together, we enjoy recording together. We just love being around each other, and to me, that's the most different vibe than any of my previous projects. And I would prefer that over touring with a bunch of musicians who I just do not get along with. You know?
Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah, people does that a lot. Like they tour, they don't tour with other musicians. Yeah, I get that a lot. Like people doesn't want to make it big and all that stuff because sometimes that could be really stressful and like the tours and everything, people not getting along. Yeah, I could see why you guys don't want to tour, but
I think I can like
make it big somehow.
Oh, hopefully. But I think like I because some people who aren't in bands or haven't been doing this a long time, they don't quite understand. Well, like you're on this like level of success. Why wouldn't you want to do that and just deal with the people that you hate? It's like, well, I tell them like, take that one person that gives you anxiety in your life. Get that one person that like causes you so much anger, anxiety, and then put them in a tour bus for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 3, 4, 5 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you do that, and imagine how your life is going to be like. You know, so I don't know. I think that's just
it's not going to work. We'll be off. So I understand.
Yeah.
Here's my other question.
Sure.
So what are your like interests outside of music, like video games or movies or something?
Well, I'm a dad. I'm a dad, so a lot of my time is spent outside of music, hanging out with my son. And but I think like for me, I'm a big movie buff. I wanted to be a film director before I was a musician, and I've kind of carried that into the band. I directed a couple of the videos for us, so I'm a big cinema fan. I collect comic books. I'm big into Marvel and DC. I have like 8 boxes in my bedroom right now, just like a fucking, I think I have maybe like 3,000 or 4,000 comics right now, just sitting in boxes. Well, I'm trying to think of what else. I mean, aside from like just personal hobbies, which is like going to the movies and collecting comics. Oh, hell yeah! The three Jokers.
Yeah, the 3 Jokers. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I love them. I spend a lot of time with my family. I also podcast. I have a podcast called Metalogy, which has been doing very, very good for the last 2 years. I actually started making some kind of money off that, which is great. I have a studio. I'm not in my studio right now, but I have a studio, and I work with clients there. I'm actually writing for a friend of mine, Nyx. She's doing a goth, hip hop, EDM kind of project, so I'm kind of writing for that right now. You said outside of music. I'm sorry. I guess it's different than metal, but like podcasts, comics, movies. I'm very much into media. So I have a media background, so I'm very like that's my world right there. Yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, man.
Nice.
Thank you.
Oh. All right, Lucas.
All right. So, I asked this on the last one for Conquer Divide. what is one of your dream cities or states that you want to go in and perform?
I want to say I have two. One is New York. I would love to play at NYC. A couple of you guys are from New York City, but down here in on the southwest of the United States, a lot of us, we wish we could go to New York City. We see New York all the time in movies. We grew up with a lot of our favorite movies are New York City, Ghostbusters, Spider-Man. The list can go on and on. For a lot of people in our area, it's New York City because it's the East Coast version of Los Angeles. We've all been. If you live in San Diego, you've been to Los Angeles. So we got that city life here. But it's like the two biggest cities in the United States, or the most well-known cities. Los Angeles and New York. I would definitely say New York is the number one. Number two, I want to say Sydney, Australia. I'd love to go to Australia. That'd be a beautiful place for me to check out. So I'd say Sydney and New York would definitely be two places I'd love to visit. And we also have a lot of supporters in the United Kingdom as well. So I got to throw that out there. London would be awesome to see as well.
Oh, London would be sick.
Yes. All right.
I'll be actually interested if you guys toured. I'll be interested if you guys performed in New York, at a local bar or something. I would definitely see that.
Yeah.
Because I would love to see
That'd
you
be
guys
fun.
live and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
if you guys were selling tickets, I would definitely get that for you because because it will be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's funny you say that, AJ. You say I like to see you guys at a bar. Well, make sure it's an all ages bar because you're not 21 yet.
When I'm 21 though.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
22. I had a birthday recently.
Yeah. Me, Jaden, and Jason are the good ones. Oh no, Jason's not 21 yet. Never mind.
It's okay. You can hang with the band. When Devil Driver I love Devil Driver too. They're one of my favorite bands. When Devil Driver used to come to San Diego, they would play House of Blues, and at the time, House of Blues was just purely 21 and up. And I was so much of a fanatic. I would just go and wait for them outside of the door, and wait for the van to pull up or the tour bus to pull up, and I would just get their pictures and autographs and all that stuff. I would just try and hang out with the band. I got to hang out with John, the drummer for Devil Driver, Mike as well. So just because you're not 21 doesn't mean you can't hang, though. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Wow. Yeah, AJ, you're being in 4 years, but that's a long ways away.
And yeah, AJ is the young one out of the group. But anyway.
Yep, the youngest member, baby.
Yes. So I got a question. This is a music question, but not necessarily a rock or metal type of question. I want to know what are your top 5 favorite rappers?
I think top 5. Lil Wayne. I know Lil Wayne gets a lot of shit. I'm a big fan of Lil Wayne. I know all the lyrics to the Carter 3 and Carter 4. Carter 4. I was obsessed with that album when it came out. One of my favorite tricks to do when I have a lot of people in my car is to blast Mega Man or 6 Foot 7 Foot and just scream the lyrics at the top of my lungs. So I would say Lil Wayne. Yeah, Moolah, baby. Yeah, YMCB. I like Lil Wayne. And then just go down the list. It'd be Lil Wayne, Ice Cube, J. Cole. I love J. Cole's Cold World album. I'm trying to think. That's the next. Ice Cube. I'm a big fan of Run the Jewels. Run the Jewels is in my top 5 now. And I have to say Jay-Z. The Blueprint albums were killer. So yeah, I'll say those guys. Just off the top, and then honorable mention Eminem. I grew up with Eminem. Eminem is one of my favorite rappers, and my son also loves Eminem as well. So, I got to put Eminem in there as well.
Oh yes. All of us here at the podcast, and not so much Jaden, but we're all. Are you familiar with a UK rapper named Stormzy?
No, I don't think so.
You definitely give him a listen. I would definitely listen to his first album more than his second album. Second album, he really dives into the R&B, hip hop type of stuff. But the first album, I'll send you a couple.
Yeah, definitely down. I'll check it out.
Hell yeah! All right, let's go through one more round of questions, and then we'll get to the fun stuff.
Do it.
All right, Jason.
Okay. I guess my last one I would like to ask is, what can the fans expect for the future of the band?
I've learned my lesson about saying, well, this is going to be our biggest year ever, because I said that in 2019 and we had a vocalist change. I said that in 2020 and we all know what happened in 2020. And I said that with 2021 and all that stuff. But I definitely would say that we started work on our first full-length album. We're 3 songs in right now, so it's going to be a long time before anybody hears what we're cooking in there. But we're definitely shooting for maybe 8 to 10 songs for a full length. Right now, you guys have 2 more songs coming from us. We're dropping 2 more singles. Hopefully by February. We're kind of waiting out on that right now. But we're probably going to be dropping 2 singles at once. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We're talking about re-recording an older song. Julian might know this one, By My Hands. We're talking about retracking that song because our drummer found the drum files to it. And we were like, yo, we could completely retrack it and have Zach on there and do like a By My Hands 2.0 kind of thing. And change a couple things up.
Mastering the song.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Pretty much redo the whole thing. The biggest thing was the drums. Like with any recording, it's always the drums is like the most pain in the ass to track. Yeah, I could track guitars at home on my computer and just send that out to my producer. It's whatever. The drums is like the biggest pain in the ass. So the fact that we have the drum files for that already kills like 1/2 of the work we had to do for production on that song. But I would say right now it's definitely we got 2 more singles. We're going to be retracking another old song and then we're working on our first full-length album, and then just playing shows for this next year. That's going to be the biggest thing. Just kind of getting back into the live state of shit.
Oh, that would be awesome, dude.
Wait,
Hell
did you
yeah.
a full-length album?
Yeah, we're working on our first full-length.
Yes!
Freaking go!
Yeah!
Oh, okay.
Go.
That's actually pretty interesting, Anthony, because I remember when we talked last year, you said like, I asked you about like, will there ever be a Defy full-length album? And at the time you said like, that's not like a thing yet, but now like, oh man, I'm going to get a review out next year. Let's go.
I think so right now we've been trying the release single model. Every couple months drop a new single. The problem that we've run into that we weren't anticipating beforehand, and this is just getting to the business side of things, is that it's actually pretty expensive. It's probably more expensive to do that than it is to track a full-length album, do a music video for it, just do cover art for the album, all you do is a cover art for the one album, do a music video for it, and then obviously pay production costs and all that. With the singles, you have to do production costs and all of it, and then you have to do cover art for each different song. So it's like doing like 5, like right now we're doing 5 songs, so you have to do 5 different cover arts. You have to hire out for that, and then music videos or some sort of video content to go along with that as well, depending on what that is, could be costly as well. So we've decided, you know what, maybe doing a full-length album and kind of over the year of that album being released, maybe shoot videos for it as we move along, as long as the songs are available to our supporters. So definitely has changed. We've definitely changed on that stance.
Oh man, you guys are gonna get a review out of me. All right.
Oh yeah.
And here too.
Oh yeah. We'll definitely review it on the MoshCast for sure. All right.
What I can say, I can give a small tease. So we've, I think Julian knows. Anybody who's been listening to Defy The Tyrants for a long time, you guys probably know. We haven't been the biggest fan of electronics in our music. We're definitely experimenting way more with electronics. There's gonna be a lot more clean singing. We're basically unleashing Zach. We're like, dude, do whatever you want with these songs, whatever you feel is best. Go ahead and do it. We have 3 songs right now. One song sounds way more like Spirit Box. One song sounds, it's probably the heaviest and fastest song we've ever written. And then another song, we think we've written the album opener, and it slaps. It's very much like, I think myself and Brian were listening to Wage War when we were writing it, so it's gonna have like a very bouncy, technical kind of feel to it.
God, wow, that I'm excited. Oh, I'm excited.
Wow.
But yeah, that
definitely
I cannot fucking wait for that. All right.
Thank you.
AJ,
Oh man,
last
that's
question.
a final question. Who are you like? I don't think I think someone asked this already, but like, who are your main influences like for artist wise?
Any
Like
artist.
what
Yes.
got like what influences that you listened to as a kid, like for music wise?
Music wise, growing up, it was all about. Let's see. I grew up on a lot of different music. My mom was really into country western, kind of like the old '60s, '70s country western. George Jones, Johnny Cash, stuff like that. Johnny Cash, I still listen to this day. My dad was very much into. Yeah. My dad is very into funk music, so like George Clinton, stuff like that. Even now, like when I hear funk music and I hear the snare being hit, that's like the heaviest snare I've ever heard in my life. Any funk band doing that, I love Earth, Wind and Fire, stuff like that. My dad also big influence on Carlos Santana. He got me into Santana. I love one of my favorite songs of all time. I still listen to it to this day. Is a song called Wahida, which is like ear candy to me. Like when I hear the song, I always hear something different with it. And then like yeah, just as far as metal goes, Wes Borland from Limp Bizkit, still one of my favorite guitar players. Marcos Curiel from POD, a boy, I love him. Dimebag Darrell is my biggest influence on guitar. My number one influence. James Hetfield from Metallica. If I just go along guitar players, I think if it was just guitar players, it would be like Dimebag Darrell, Wes Borland, Marcos Curiel, James Hetfield, obviously Dimebag Darrell, David Gilmour from Pink Floyd. Fuck, man, so much name. Adam D from Killswitch Engage, one of my biggest influences as well. So yeah. Blink-182.
Wow, the fact that you just mentioned Dimebag, like I grew up with this man. Like I've been listening to his music for many years, and I still do to this day. Like this guy, like pretty much like inspired me to play guitar even heavier, like with the whammy bars and everything. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying my best to master it. Like I've been playing guitar for 7 years, as you can see in my bio on Instagram. But my I'm just reveal something here. If real quick. Like my main influences for like guitar wise are definitely Angus Young from AC/DC. I know some fans are gonna be like, AC/DC is overrated, but I don't give a shit. They're actually a great band.
Oh, I love AC/DC.
And also,
I love AC/DC.
and then I also like Pantera and all that, and Metallica as well. They really, and they are the main inspirations for me to get into more.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, like
Still
for me,
do.
like I said, with me, it was coming from all different directions. You know, like I said, my mom, country music, and more adult contemporary pop. My dad, funk music and like Spanish music and stuff like that. My older brothers, my brother Joey, a lot of gangster rap. You know, so I grew up on Bone Thugs and Harmony, Biggie, Tupac, all that stuff. And then my little brother Gino, we were into like the same metal, but he was a mariachi guitar player. He played guitar in a mariachi group in our middle school and high school. So I was surrounded by music all the time in all different genres, and I think that's important for any musician to be very aware of different styles of music and knowing how to understand different types of music. I think it's very important for everybody to branch out a little bit, you know, try different things. I probably listen to more hip hop than I do metal. Like if I'm in my car, I'm probably not listening to a lot of. I'll listen to like 1 or 2 metal songs that I'll throw on. I don't know, J. Cole or some shit, or Jordan Lucas or some shit like that. That's what I'm listening to most of the time. So
That's fucking awesome, dude. All right, Jaden, last one from you.
Okay, I have kind of like 2.5 questions. Do you watch sports?
No. My wife does. My wife is a huge football fan. I am not in this.
All right.
Oh, well, here's
I'm
my
sorry.
question. Hold on, let me substitute it real quick. Tupac or Biggie, if you had to pick one.
Biggie. Biggie had better songs. Tupac was a better rapper, but Biggie had better songs.
I can
know
respect
way
that.
more.
I agree.
Yeah. Lucas.
shit. I'm blanking.
Come on, dude.
Okay. So, all right, I'm gonna go with all time. So, what is like your top like 3 like favorite albums that you listen to?
Top 3 favorite albums would be Machine Head's The Blackening, my number 1 favorite record of all time. I would say, let me see that. Oh. I would say Korn's Follow the Leader.
Yes!
Another one. Although, yeah, I'll definitely say I'm always between Follow the Leader and Issues. I always go back and forth. And then Devil Driver's The Fear of Our Maker's Hand, my 3 records of all time.
Okay.
Now, if you want to say like records that I'm listening to right now, that's a whole different question. But if you would ask me 3 favorite records, Machine Head's The Blackening, Korn's Follow the Leader, and I'm going to change the third one out. No, I'm going to keep it. Devil Driver's The Fear of Our Maker's Hand, but an honorable mention would definitely be Sky Harbor's Guiding Lights. I think you guys should check that album out. The album changed my life.
Yeah, dude, Sky Harbor is so fucking underrated, man.
Oh, yeah.
My mind. Yeah, they're from India, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the singer's from the U.S. Well, the original singer was the singer for Tesseract, and he's from the U.K. Wow. But the rest of the band is from India. Now they have my boy Eric Emery. He's the vocalist, and he's from L.A. And the rest of the band is based out of India. So when they tour, he has to fly out to India to go play with them. But they're killers. I love Sky Harbor.
Yeah. Hopefully they come over here again.
Yeah. Oh, they came right before COVID hit. They played in LA, and I was like, let's go. We bailed last minute because we had a babysitting problem. And this was like a month or 2 before COVID hit. And I was like, son of a bitch, man. Because right now they're inactive. They're not doing anything right now. So I'm like, God damn it. I really wish I would have been in that show.
Yeah, they've been inactive for quite a few months, ever since COVID hit. Like, I'm curious what they're doing. Hopefully, this is a sign they're coming back. So,
yeah, according to Eric, they are working on some music right now, but I don't know to what length that is.
Yeah, only time will tell, man. Only time will tell. All right, so, all right, last question from me before we get into the turnover. I'm just curious. With the way social media is nowadays, like it's pretty much where everyone's discovering everything nowadays. And like obviously like everything's changed from like older generation, like it used to be something different. Now with social media, you can just become like popular like that in some cases. So I'm curious, like has social media made things easier for musicians, or do you think it's made things a lot more difficult for musicians? Because I've talked with bands like, I talked with Ash Costello New Year's Day. She thinks it's made it easier. Or like if I talk to like certain other bands, like they'll say it's like harder in some cases.
Yeah.
Like what side of the fence are you on for that?
I think social media is a very for like all musicians, and it definitely does make things a lot easier if you know how to use social media properly. If you're somebody who you don't know how to use hashtags, you don't know what keywords are, you don't know how to optimize your content, you don't know how to monetize your content, I think it definitely does make things a lot harder. So like just from my experience, especially recently, I don't know if you guys have checked out the Defy the numbers in the last week on our reels, but we've been hitting like, there's a couple of videos that we dropped that have like 100,000, 400,000, 600,000 views, and our numbers have gone up insanely. Like we're about to, our accounts reach are about to hit 1 million. And our numbers, I'm going to post it probably tomorrow or the next day, our accounts reach, because I'm very proud of that. Anybody who wants to know anything about social media, the accounts reach is the real number you need to be looking at. And we're about to hit 1 million. We're like at 950,000 something right now. And not to brag or anything, but it's just like, learning that the only way you can organically grow is through reels. Like that's the only way anybody can grow right now on social media. Facebook is dead. I tell all musicians, get off of Facebook. Facebook is just friends and family. It's not for businesses or for any of that. Twitter is the same way. Instagram and YouTube are really Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok are the only real ways to grow right now. Yeah. And especially with the reels, especially Instagram reels. If you're not completely changing your video content to real content, you need to do that immediately. There's a lot of bands in my area who they bring up like, how are you guys getting these numbers? Our numbers are up across the board in this last week. Our streams are all up. Our video views are all up. Everything is at an all-time high because we hit the algorithm, and you learn how to use all these tools that are available to you. I've had these guys ask me like, "Oh, how are you guys doing that? How are you guys doing that?" And I told them, post this, post that, try this instead of that. Try to get a better video angle of you. Try to have a better audio form. Try using your hashtags better. See what works. Experiment. And they just keep doing the same shit. And it's like, dude, like, you know, you gotta figure out your way. That's all it is. Just figure out your way to do it. You know. And I don't think it's just musicians. I think it's like everybody, like across the board too. Like everybody, Instagram is where it's at. That's where the creators are. Yeah. Definitely for me, it definitely makes things a lot easier. Hitting 1 million accounts reached based on a couple Reels videos, memes with our song "Vicious" on, is definitely a lot easier than me personally DMing thousands of our followers every day. It makes things easier. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely know that from experience as an IGTV creator, or I'm sorry, Instagram video creator, because IGTV is pretty much dead now, which that was my platform. And that was my platform for the longest time. And now that everything's changed again, and now it's like different format, it's definitely made things a lot more difficult because my views like we're starting to like plank, which for me, it's just like, I don't really do my videos for views. I just do it just so I can have fun. Because like I started making like album reviews and stuff like that because I saw my friends doing it. Like that's pretty much the only reason why I started doing it. And then all of a sudden I was like, you know what, I can do other stuff. I just started doing the concert coverage. I mean, hell, I just put up a concert coverage video of when I saw Ice Nine Kills on the Welcome to Horrorwood tour, and that got like right now it has like 224 views.
Yeah,
not 200, 124 views. Like that was 100 less. But then. Yeah, I look at other videos. It's like, okay, that one, but then the next one will have like 25 views, which it's fine. And then, yeah, it's just like a thing. Like, yeah, you definitely got to like. I haven't used Reels yet. I am going to start using Reels a lot more often to promote to either promote my content or do some other weird shit. But yeah, like if I can I want to grow my platform enough where I can start working with people like SiriusXM or Octane, like the people that work in the festival scene, like Danny Warmer Presents, they make Aftershock and Louder Than Life, or doing something like that, because that's like the end all be all goal for me.
Yeah, I think that like if I was to give you advice on that, I would definitely say to build your platform as much as possible, experiment as much as you can. If something's not working, let it go, and then try something different, but still within your niche. You know what I mean? And definitely reach out to these people, like reach out to the people at Octane at Sirius. For someone like me, not but 2 years ago, I mean, we've been sponsored by JHS Strings and Tsunami Cables as a band for a long time. But in this last year, I got my first guitar endorsement from Solar Guitars. And that's just because I had so many amount of followers already, and I had like organic growth already. And now I'm friends with like Jamie Slays, who's a 100,000 subscriber guitar player on YouTube. And we're talking about him guesting on the album. And if you would have told me that 2 years ago, I would have never believed you. I'm talking with Chris from Bad Wolves, for Christ's sake. Like we talk like all the time now. It's fucking insane. So I would definitely say, like, just grow your platform. As you grow, the people in those industries will take notice. As long as you just keep pushing, you keep trying, you push more content. You know, that's the best advice I can give. And I'm still growing too. I'm still learning my stuff.
You learn new things every single day, and that's the fun thing when it comes to like this industry for sure.
Yeah.
So
like I'm trying something different. I'm trying something different on TikTok right now. I'm using my TikTok as an experimental platform for my Instagram Reels. So on TikTok, I'm doing the whole. I'm taking very like riff clips from my YouTube videos of me. Like I write like a minute and a half songs for my YouTube demonstrations, and I'm cutting out a riff from each clip. So now I have like in 1 minute and a half video, I'm cutting out riffs, and I have like 5 or 6 different videos, and I'm posting them on TikTok, and it's called "What Does This Riff Sound Like to You?" And it's actually getting some kind of engagement, which is cool. Not a lot. My Instagram, my TikTok is not that big, but I'm going to start incorporating that into my Reels content, just because I know they're saying you got to post the Reels at least once a day. Try it at least once a day post. That's how you're going to trigger the algorithm. So yeah, I mean, content. That's the name of the game.
That's how it is. Yes. Mm-hmm. All right. So now, guys, let's go ahead and move on to our segment. This is called the turnover. Now, what the turnover is, you know, whenever we have guests on, you know, like we always ask them questions and all that stuff, typical interview type of thing. But for us, we like to turn things over, if you will. We like to give our guests the power to, take control. Like what kind of, if you have any questions to ask us about anything, like what would you like to know about us or anything like that? So yeah, go on ahead.
Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna start with AJ. What's your favorite metal album of all time and why?
Oh my god, this is so hard. Oh, I have so many, dude. For me, I have to say Metallica, the Black Album. Like, I can listen to that album every single day, man. Like, it's so good. Like, I was even on the episode of the MoshCast and reviewed it itself, and my god, like, I've been listening to that album since I was a kid, and I just cannot stop because of those like freaking songs, Enter Sandman, Sabbath Troop, all those songs right there, classic.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! All right, I'm gonna throw one. I'm gonna do one. This is actually something we're doing for our podcast biology. It's hot potato. So I'm just gonna throw in the question, and whoever wants to grab it, just grab it.
Okay.
Favorite podcast to listen to right now? Metal podcast. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
I was say
Aside from metallology, which I do listen to every episode, I have to say, no joke, the chord progression podcast.
Yeah.
Not
Shout
the
out
same.
Kevin.
Kevin.
I was gonna say the exact same answer.
same thing for me.
Yeah.
Same here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Agree.
definitely. And Mel, of course, your podcast, Anthony, too.
Thank you. Okay, this one's for everybody. What is one artist that your family or friends would be appalled that you listen to? That they would be just so angst-ridden that you listen to? It could be Backstreet Boys. It could be
What does
Trey
that word
Songz. It
mean?
could be angst-ridden. Like they would just be like, "Oh, for real? Like you listen to that?" Like,
Listen to that. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh God.
Man, where do I start?
Oh, I
It
got.
would just be angered that you listen to them.
I got
For
two.
me, I have a younger sister, and like, she listens to like a bunch of like TikTok music now, but like,
Mhm.
I just cannot get behind those music because they just sound repetitive. I hate to offend anyone here in the comments and like who are TikTok fans, but I just find TikTok music very annoying because it's like when you're on a TikTok app and then you're looking at the same sound and then the same sound comes up and then oh my god, it's just so annoying. And then the same song pops up like every minute on a radio or you're just listening to it from your room. Oh my god, it's just very annoying, terrible.
Yeah.
I hate to offend anyone in the comments. Hate me any only one, but if you're gonna hate me, fuck off, and I can just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Well,
For
it's funny.
example, the song with what was it? It was a song with the Applebee's thing, and then the other one is
Are you talking about Fancy Like?
Yes. Yeah.
Uh,
Yes. Whatever that one is called. Because
well,
the thing is about TikTok, they overplay it like every time, and that's why I'm kind of like, okay. And then I hear it again, I'm like, okay. And third time I hear him, just like, why? What the fuck?
You guys clearly didn't understand the question. He said, like, what's a song that you like that other people would be like, oh, how do you like that?
I got a perfect one. Baby got back. Okay. This is perfect. Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot. I think my dad probably hit that.
Oh, I love that song.
It's a bad one. All right.
There was like one song. Hold on, let me look it up on my phone. I think I have it still, but there was like this one song like by Waking and no Static Gas. Like I listen to a lot of Static Gas now. Like I listen to their songs like Push It, I'm with Stupid, all these years. Like I could just name a bunch of them, and I don't get too many comments, but maybe some people don't understand how I'm liking metal. because like all these people nowadays listen to
My
type
parents
of music.
are that way to me.
I just listen to a lot of metal music, and especially Again. I think I just love them for some reason. I can get behind them. It's just they sound fucking good, and they sound a lot better than those repetitive TikTok music.
Yeah. You keep mentioning the TikTok music, AJ, even though we're going to be doing a future episode with the members of Mosh Talk. So.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Erica. Hi.
Sorry.
Hi, Erica and other members.
Hi, Erica and
So
Rena
sorry, guys.
and Matt and all of them. Yeah. Those are buddies of ours. Jaden, what about you? Like, do you have a song that you like that people around you are like, really? You like that?
Maybe that song Footloose. I'm not really sure how could I really answer that question. If I could pick something.
Yeah, Footloose by K1. Yeah. Now I gotta cut loose, Footloose. That's an awesome song.
That is
Such a classic. All right, Jason.
It will have to be "To the Hellfire" by Lorna Shore.
Oh my
All
God.
because they can't
Badass
understand the
song.
lyrics, but I enjoy the breakdowns and
Yeah.
the instrumentals.
That's a great song.
For me, when my dad found out I was listening to Slayer for the first time, he was like, "Oh no, what have I done?" Because he's gotten me into like Metallica and Rob Zombie and all this stuff, and I eventually found other bands on my own, and I found Slayer on my own, and the first song I listened to was "Raining Blood," because of course it was.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, when my dad starts hearing that, he's like, "You're not listening to Slayer, are you?" It was like, oh boy. Now I'm into bands like Thy Art Is Murder and Chelsea Grin and Brand of Sacrifice. Like those are the type of bands I like now.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
All right, any more hot potatoes?
I
See,
actually
I got one more.
I actually have one more. When Jason said like, how does people not understand like the lyrics of the metal music? Yeah, that's like my biggest pet peeve because like I understand that people can like not understand the lyrics like and what they're saying, but I definitely understand that mostly girls. Usually girls are like that.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, but it's
My-
just. It's
My
just
wife
like
would be so
petty.
offended right now.
Why do people not understand at all?
You are offending the entire metal TikTok community, dude. Because like you'd be surprised how many girls are on the metal side of TikTok.
Exactly. I've seen all this.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'm not taking shots at them.
Okay, that's enough out of you. Hi, Erica.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, damn it.
All right. Anyway.
Stay off the weed.
All right. Stay off the weed, AJ. All right, and next, any more hot potatoes that you want?
I got one more. Favorite movie of the year. I'll start off. Mine is Dune. I love that movie. I'm a fanatic of Dune right now. I'm reading it. I'm reading the first book right now. So you guys, what is your favorite movie of the year?
Go ahead, Jason.
Spider-Man: No Way Home. I saw the movie just last night at the time of filming.
Wow.
So good.
Awesome. I've seen it twice. I saw it opening night and I saw it on Christmas night.
Yes.
Great movie.
I need to see that badly. For me, I've not watched a lot of them, but if I had to pick one, I would say Mortal Kombat for sure.
Damn it, that was mine.
Ha! Gotcha.
All right. Well, I'll pick a different one then. AJ, what about you? What was your favorite movie of 2021?
Oh, favorite movies of 2021. I don't usually go to movie theaters because I pretty much I don't know, but I just saw a movie today and it has to be one of the most hilarious movies.
What was
Sting 2. Sting 2.
Thing
They
2?
made a new movie.
Oh.
Thing 2. Wait, was that a 2021 movie?
Yeah, that
came
just
out,
came out.
this last week.
I just saw that movie today, and I was not excited to watch that movie because it was my little cut. it was my little cousins. They wanted to see it and all that stuff, and we were just going out for family wise. But when I just watched the movie, I was like, oh no, this is gonna be some cringe shit. And then all of a sudden when I watched it, I was like, what the hell, man? That was actually a good movie.
Yeah. You never judge a book by its cover, man. That's always the rule. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's see. Jaden, you got any?
You want to hear something funny, right?
Yeah.
I didn't see no movies that came out this year in the theater.
Okay. All right. So,
Can I substitute it for like all-time favorite movie?
sure.
Sure. I was gonna say it didn't have to be in the theater. It could have been a movie you saw on Netflix or like on that Disney Plus or something. But yeah, go ahead. All time.
Friday.
I can quote that movie up and down, bro.
God, such a
Arr.
what? Damn.
Come on, Worm. I steal from my mama before I steal from you. I grew up on Friday, bro. I know that movie front to back.
Me too. Only reason I haven't watched it because it doesn't feel the same anyway. Because most of the actors from that movie passed away. Most recently being Ezell, AJ Johnson.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
That's I'm trying to for me, since Spider-Man was taken and Mortal Kombat was taken, thanks a lot, Lucas.
You're welcome.
For me, honestly, I watched a couple movies this year that I really enjoyed. I was actually really surprised of how good Kong versus Godzilla was. I thought that was a really
that was a lot of fun. Yeah, we had a blast we saw that in theaters. That was a blast.
Yeah, I saw it on HBO Max because I was too lazy to get out of the house. But yeah, okay. So that was an all. I think we should steal that for our interviews. Just the hot potato questions. Nah, we won't do that. That's your thing. But yeah,
no, you guys go ahead, whatever.
All right.
They taught us that shit in high school.
All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a quick little game. This is our last segment of the show. This is a quick fire game that we like to call Guess the Song. Guess the Song. So what I'm going to do is, Anthony, I'm going to say a line from I'm going to say a bunch of lyrics from a song, and you have to guess what the song is. You can guess if you want to guess the band, that's cool. But yeah, this is mainly for Anthony. If you want to join in, please go ahead. Starting off with, I say, we're growing every day, getting stronger in every way. I'll take you to a place where we shall find our, and then it ends right there because it goes into the chorus.
Fuck. Say it one more time.
All right. Here we go. I say, we're growing every day, getting stronger in every way. I'll take you to a place where we shall find our
bloody roots.
Yep.
Yeah. Roots by Sepultura.
Roots by Sepultura. Ding, 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 ding. All right. Here we go. Let's keep this going. All right. Next one. Heavy rings on fingers wave. Another star denies the grave. See the nowhere crowd. Cry the nowhere tears of honor.
I know this one. I know it. Say it one more time.
Heavy rings on fingers wave. Another star denies the grave. See the nowhere crowd cry the nowhere tears of honor.
Oh God.
Man, it's right there. I know that song. I know it. I'm gonna sound dumb right now. Man.
This is gonna be a stupid guess.
Is there another part? Is there another part in the song you guys can you give me a hint?
All right. I'll give you. I have the full verse right here. I'll finish the rest of it. Like twisted vines that grow, hide and swallow mansions whole, dim the light of an already faded prima donna.
Dim the light of an already faded prima donna. Metallica.
Oh,
yeah.
Memory Remains.
Correct. Yeah, I was about right. Yeah. Fudged fame, mirror vein.
Oh no!
Mhm.
I
right.
had that.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Yes.
God damn it!
You gotta throw some out. You gotta throw some. Yeah.
I'm mad. I should have made that one. I had it in my head, and I was just too scared to
Yeah,
guess
you
it.
guys were close. You guys were very, very close. And Anthony got it. All right. Next one. This is more the deathcore realm, but this is one of your favorite deathcore bands, Anthony. This path I walk is comforting, but now I'm left to sing this song alone. I'm fading faster now.
Whitechapel.
Yes.
Give me the lyrics one more time.
This path I walk is comforting, but now I'm left to sing this song alone. I'm fading faster now. You got the artist.
God, why am I forgetting the song? Yeah, I got the artist. I have the melody in my head, but I'm like, this path. Hickory Creek? No, it's not Hickory Creek.
Yes, that's Hickory Creek. Yes.
It is Hickory Creek. All right, got it.
All right. Okay. This next, I got quite a few, but let's keep it going. Oh, this next one you're gonna get instantly. I came into this world as a reject.
Look into my eyes. I don't see the size. Yeah. Limp Bizkit. Nikki.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was about to say
I knew that. That second Limp Bizkit record, I know all the lyrics to each song. I can hear the track listing right now off the top of my head. I know the album so well.
All right, man. All right, now we're gonna get into a different category. All right, here we go. My eyes feel like they're gonna bleed, dried up and bulging out of my skull. My mouth is dry, my face is numb, fucked up and spun out in my room. On my own, here we go.
Oh, I heard this. I think.
Oh, that last line gave it away. I'm trying to think of it though.
You know the band.
Is it Green Day? Is it Bear Stew? Brain Stew?
Yep, there you go. Lucas got it.
Oh, it's Beartooth?
No, it's Green Day, Brain Stew.
Oh, Green Day. Damn it.
I have one.
I got it.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Fun fact about that song. My first favorite rock song was Green Day Brain Stew, but not the original version. It was the Godzilla remake. Go on YouTube right after this and look up the Godzilla remake. And basically, Godzilla screams are featured in the song. It is so weird to listen to now.
Oh my god!
I remember being a kid and being like, "Did Green Day really collab with Godzilla?"
Like, oh, this sounds weird. All right. This next one you may know.
Apparently, people really hate that song, but
Yeah.
I personally don't.
I love it.
I feel like that's
I
a
like
great
it.
song.
It's iconic.
It's iconic. It's one of my favorites.
All right. Okay, this one you may know because they're a California band. What do you own the world? How do you own disorder? Disorder. Now, somewhere between the sacred silence and sleep.
Yeah, that's System of a Down. That's Toxic City.
Yep. I shouldn't have sang the song. Damn it. All right.
Oh wait. Oh.
It's Toxicity. I said, we need to review that album. Shit. Yep. We've done that already.
Damn it. My brain farted.
All right, I got a couple more for you. All right.
Mhm.
Next one. You can be me, and I will be you. You can live just like a star.
Oh.
I know this one. I know this one. Oh my god, why am I blanking on this one? I know this one.
Repeat it again.
I'll repeat it again. You can be
I know
me.
this song.
I will be you. You can live just like a star.
Dude, I know this song. I know it.
Oh, come on.
Shit.
Brain, fucking work.
Give me another hint. Give me another hint. I'm gonna get it. I know it.
I'll take my sanity. You take the pain. And then it would be the title. I'll do the first part. I'll do the first verse.
Wait, is it Untainted by Slipknot?
Oh no. No. I know it. Five Finger Death Punch, Under and Over It.
Correct. Yes.
Oh,
I heard it.
damn.
Yeah.
As soon as he said and I was like, oh, I thought it was Unsainted by Slipknot, but I did not expect to get that one.
I keep blanking because I know these, but he's reading.
All right. Next. All right, let's go ahead and go on to the next one. Okay. This one is a very interesting one because this is one I definitely think only you will know, Anthony, because me and you only know this in this group. All the liars lead to last. Going nowhere to stay and nowhere left to run. We will build a wall, hide away from everything. Can you save me?
I know this song. Damn it, I know it. Let's give me the lyrics one more time. Oh, no.
All the liars lead the lost. Got nowhere to stay and nowhere left to run. We will build the wall, hide away from everything. Can you save me?
I know that we will build a wall. I know that. Oh, damn. Oh my god, why am I blanking on this?
Do you know the band?
I'm trying to. We'll build a wall. No, it's not Damage Plan. Fuck.
Nope.
Shine Down?
Incorrect. You want me to tell you what it is?
Ah, man. Give me another part of the song. I know this lyric. I know it.
I'll give you the first verse. We die alone, bleeding on our thrones, bringing tension in the night someday. We'll unite, trying to find the light to be the fire that burns so bright, and then leads into the chorus, which I just read.
Oh, I think I know this one.
I don't know it.
I think I know.
I don't know.
All right, what do you think?
If I die young.
No, it's not If I Die Young. Oh, my God. It's Dim by Sky Harbor.
Sky Harbor shit.
Yeah. All right.
God damn it, I knew it.
All right. Okay, this next one you're definitely going to know. In our hiding, tension traps our lives like a critic life that puts on trial. The strain remains the same. You hold your own acclaims. My last words don't die on the vines.
Fuck, I don't know that one. Oh, man. I don't know that one. I'm going to throw in the towel on this one. Doesn't ring a bell.
I'll sing it for you. Reaching out, give me a lifeline.
Bad Wolves.
Yeah.
Is it White Boys?
It's not Lifeline.
It's Lifeline.
It's Lifeline by Bad Wolves, not Lifelines by I Prevail.
Damn, I got it mixed up.
But that's not fair. I haven't lived with that song long enough to know.
I thought, well, the
cool.
guys. I had to throw in a Bad Wolf. I didn't want to throw a Tommy Vex one in there because fuck him. So
and you just name dropped him.
I'd rather go to the safe route and go with DL because he's the cool guy. All right.
Yeah.
You just name dropped him here.
Oh shit. The name of the guy that we will not mention. Okay.
Yeah.
Great job,
Yeah.
I have a lyric too.
Okay. Go ahead, Jason.
Okay, let me go over here. Take me down, see how low I go. You say there's more. How could it get worse than this? I don't know.
Ooh.
Here's a hint. We reviewed an album.
Okay, that's that's just for us, not for Anthony.
Yeah.
It's for all of you. I know.
Give me another hint. Give me one more.
This is from a band that starts with that starts with B.
Is it Beartooth?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, no.
Okay. I don't know Beartooth. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Damn it. Now I got to think of it. Is it? Can I ask which? Is it from Below? Is it from Disease? Is it from Aggressive?
It's from Below. It's from the title track.
Oh, from Below. Okay. So now
Past is Dead?
No, it's from the title track.
it's Below.
Oh
yeah.
I thought. Oh damn it.
Oh. Okay.
After all, it was a good album.
I actually have I think I got one.
Okay. Try not to say it with. Make sure it's not a lyric with the title and the name.
Hold on. I'm trying to think one. All right. Hey, I am. Got your hint.
I all I heard was a siren. Okay.
That's not my house.
No,
Don't
that
worry.
was. I was just trying to sing the lyric, man.
It's all good. I got one. Drag you down below, down the devil's show, to be his guest forever. Hate to twist your mind, but guardian on your side, an old acquaintance severed.
Yeah, Avenged Sevenfold.
Yes.
Okay, Nightmare.
Yes, there you go.
All right.
Oh, this is
I got one.
okay. This is probably the easiest one in the world. One thing. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
Yep.
I have another one.
Oh wait, I think I got another
Do
one.
I
I
have to
think I got
say
another.
Oh God, this is gonna be.
Arc.
Okay. Since I called it first.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jason.
Okay. I'm ready to bury all of my bones. I'm ready to lie but say I won't. So tell me your secrets. And join me in pieces. To rot in this garden made of stones.
Oh wait, where have I heard that? Oh
Is it Beartooth?
no, it's not Beartooth. No.
No.
Oh wait. Oh.
So guys, here's a hint. We did an
Eternally
album review.
yours. Eternally yours. Mostly in white.
Yes.
There we go.
Okay.
I actually have one. I have one.
Go ahead, AJ. Lucas, you can go right.
I think anyone. I think Julian's familiar with this one. Baptized with a perfect name, the doubting one by heart, along without himself.
Is that
Or between him and the day? All
right? That was weird. Is that Baptized by Atreyu?
No, it's Nightwish Amaranth.
Oh, fucking Nightwish. I'm not super knowledgeable on Nightwish. All right.
Dude, I recommend listening to that band, man.
They are really good.
Band.
I've heard a couple of their songs. I'm more of a fan of the Flora Jansen era than Mataria era, but all right, I'll do five. I'll do five more for you. All right. Oh, this is an easy one. Under the lights where we stand tall. Nobody touches us at all. Showdown, shootout, spread fear within, without.
Out of darkness into Pantera comes from hell.
There we go. All right, next up. I took her out. It was a Friday night. I wore cologne to get
the feeling right.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. What's my age again?
What's my age again? Blink-182.
Yep. All right, third one. Okay. Can you feel that? Oh shit.
Oh, that's Limp Bizkit, isn't it?
Oh,
Oh, wait, that's that was the sickness.
I got it.
That was sickness. What the
Okay.
Disturb.
All right, this is the last one, and then we'll call it a night, ladies and gentlemen. I think Anthony's going to know this better than anyone. Discovering what's inside of me when searching deep in my soul, exposing my one-man army.
Oh.
I'm summoning my inner animal.
Jeez, Julian, who might that be?
This is so hard.
Let me think.
I know.
That's what she said.
I'm gonna. It's by this band that's okay. Defy the Tyrants, and I think their song is called
They
Malicious.
sound like a cool band.
No,
Malicious.
Vicious.
Yeah, it is vicious, but I couldn't help it. I couldn't do that.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Anthony, thank you so much for joining us. Now we'll go ahead and give our outro. Tell everybody where they can find each of us. Starting off with AJ, tell them where they can find you.
Oh, hello. All right. Thank you guys for watching another episode of the Mosh fucking cast. And I really had fun interviewing Anthony. Definitely know him from a while. We've been texting and all that shit. But I never actually had a conversation with him. So it was actually a great honor and have a great conversation with you, my friend. Definitely looking forward to doing more with you in the future. Definitely I'm definitely grateful that you are actually here on the MoshCast now, and like, I'm just so happy that you came today and really made my night. Anyways, if anyone wants to find me on social media, go follow my Instagram account at I_am_8. Excuse me. I_am_AJ_618. I also launched a Twitter page that Jason over here tags me for no fucking reason, but I understand. But
Yeah, advertise these episodes.
On Twitter, find the episodes on Twitter, and then look at my Twitter account, and then you can just go ahead and follow me from there. But thank you guys for watching, guys. To the loudest podcast of all fucking music, the Mosh fucking cast, and I'll see you all next time. Rock on!
All right. Lucas.
Oh, you ended it off. Okay. Thank you guys for watching this episode. This basically conversation with Anthony on the MoshCast. This is actually my third interview, actually, and I'm very blessed to be on this, and I'm talking to him and have some funny moments in there. And you can find my social medias down below. And that's all I gotta say. Hope you all had a great holidays, good Christmas, and we'll see y'all soon for the year in review
Yes.
coming up.
All right. Jaden, tell them where they can find you.
You can find my Instagram and YouTube channel at the link in the description below, which I reviewed 2 jerseys right here. That's all you get. You're going to have to find the videos and see which ones they were. And also follow me on TikTok at J314. I am on Twitter, though, but I'm not really, though. But it's the same name as my... Hold on, what's my... I got
Jaden314.
Oh, yeah, that's J__314. That's my Twitter name.
All right. And you can also see him on Crash and Burn and the cinematic analysis, where all of us are, except for Anthony. But yeah, all right. And Jason Bailey.
Thanks for watching our second to last episode of the MoshCast, where we had a great interview episode with Anthony right here. You can check out his music and also join his server on Discord. And
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, and this is a pretty vicious episode.
I'm down.
Thank you. Awesome.
And
Yes, that was a pun.
yes, of course it was. And finally, our guest of honor, Anthony. Actually, I'll go first, and you can take the last words. So, first of all, I just gotta do this. I can't help but do it. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the MoshCast. We really do appreciate it. I can see your halo. All right.
We had a pretty vicious episode here.
Shut up, Jason. All right. But follow my account at HeavyMetalJoker_HOH. You can find me as the host of the Cinematic Analysis along with my friend Madi, where we do movie reviews. Go follow Crash and Burn. Go follow Chord Progression Podcast. And for the love of God, go follow Metalology. Go follow Defy the Tyrants. Go give them a follow. Go support them. Go listen to their music. Buy their merch. Do everything you can. And finally, Anthony, take it away, my friend.
So first, I want to say thank you guys so much for having me. I had a blast doing this. You guys are all killer, and I really do appreciate your support and all your awesome questions and some awesome conversations. God bless you all. I hope you guys all had a Merry Christmas. You guys can follow me at Anthony_7string. Hit the link in my bio. It'll take you over to my YouTube page, my podcast page, all that good stuff. Follow my band, obviously Defy the Tyrants, at Defy the Tyrants on Instagram. And yeah, dude, once again, I appreciate you guys taking your time away to hang out with me for a little while. Thank you for having me.
Whoop, I think I just
Absolutely.
Oh, shit. There we go.
Absolutely, dude.
Julian, you're gonna blind yourself.
I've already blinded myself a bunch this episode with this thing. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the MoshCast. We really do appreciate it. And as usual, I'm Julian. That's Jason. That's Jaden. That's AJ. That's Lucas. And that's Anthony. And as usual, you're in for a Mosh. And we'll see you next time.
See you for the year in recap.
Yeah.